これがプロの本気。フルセットウルトラ。さらばだ。
Hey, what is up, heroes, and welcome to my thoughts and opinions on My Heroes 1 Justice. So the other day I was lucky enough to be invited down to London to go to Bandai Namco's offices and play a couple of games early, which was really awesome. So shout out to Bandai Namco for the invite, I really appreciate it. But of all the games they had there, one of them was My Heroes 1 Justice, obviously because you're watching this now. And I had 3 hours to play a lot of games. I lost track of time. I'm not gonna lie, I was playing a lot of My Hero. It just time flew by. When I looked at my watch, I was like, oh wow, I've spent 2 hours playing this game. I should really move on. So I played some Jump Force and I played some Soul Calibur. And I'm gonna say, of all the fighting games there, I most enjoyed My Hero. Now, I gotta say, a bit of a disclaimer. I am a fighting game noob. I do enjoy fighting games, but I am absolutely terrible at them. I suck so bad. But of all the fighting games I played, I much enjoyed My Hero. My Hero was easily my favourite fighting game out of the 3. Soul Calibur, so many mechanics I couldn't get a hang of, but I only had like a little short time on that. Jump Force, when I was fighting, like the game looked beautiful, Jump Force did, but when you were fighting, it got so fast and blurry, I couldn't really see what was going on. Maybe it was just my old eyes just, playing up on me. But My Hero, I just thought the game was really fun, easy to pick up, and I had the best time on this game. So I'm going to run through some things I didn't like and some things I did like. I'm going to say this is like quite an early build of the game because you would have noticed if you've seen some trailers for the game, they revealed a lot of new characters and the roster select for this wasn't the biggest, but I still managed to play every single character. And there's some characters I didn't like, some characters I did like. So yeah, let's jump into it. So I'm going to start off with things I didn't like. The thing I didn't like is the structures of the buildings. The game looks beautiful, but when you start smashing, smashing the stage up, things start to break off, and it doesn't look as nice as when the stage first starts. Like the crumbling of the rocks just doesn't look great, but the stage still looks beautiful, and I guess the main focus is on the characters, and the characters do look great. But just one thing I noticed, like when I've smashed like someone to a building, the rocks fall down. I just think they're just the same rocks for everything. Like it looks like the same rocks from a building and like a mountain. They look kind of the same. I was like, oh, okay, maybe that'll be changed in the future, I don't know, but that's one thing I just noticed. Not a big deal at all, really. It just, I noticed it, I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of weird, but moving on. Some moves seem OP. Now, I was playing against a computer, so obviously it's probably going to be like very easy mode. It's probably why I felt like I was doing so well. When the game probably comes out, play on normal mode, I'm probably going to get destroyed, but some of the moves I used were so OP. There was just like, I was using Tomura, and I was going against Bakugo. I was just doing this like same move over and over in a corner, and I literally gone from full health to like maybe like 5% left, just spamming the same move over and over and over, and it just didn't seem like he could get out. Like there was nothing he could do. Well, there was something he did do. He used his sidekick move, which was when you select your character, you get 2 sidekicks, and he got Deku in just to push me away from him so he could get away. And I just thought, it didn't look like there was a way for him to get out of my combo, and it was just, I was thinking, maybe because it's an early build, things might get, patched or something, but it just seemed very broken. But again, I can't really say it's too OP at the moment, because, again, I was playing against the computer, and there's sometimes where I would just destroy the computer, and there's times where they would almost destroy me, and I thought, okay, need to, like, back up a little bit. But I had a really good time playing it. I felt like I picked up the mechanics pretty well, and I felt like some moves were a little bit OP compared to the others. Like Todoroki he had this move where obviously ice comes up, he stamps his foot, the ice comes out like in the anime, but there's sometimes he'd use it, I think, okay, I can now go and attack him, but the ice is in the way. I thought maybe I can smash with the ice, and the moment you touch it, even if it's been there for a couple of seconds, you get frozen. I'm like, oh wow, that's actually pretty awesome. So moving on, one thing I wrote down here, something I didn't like, but then now recently they have just announced something pretty awesome. So when I was playing Deku, you'll notice in the gameplay here, he's using all his old moves from, like, obviously you've got Season 3 parts in this game, but his moves are all like Season 2 moves, like he's grabbing his hand, using his finger to, flick to do the smash. and he's just doing the move where when it's like in the training facility and he's fighting Bakugo, and he punches the air to like, you know, destroy the building. So oh, I forgot her name. Like it's gonna be his potential girlfriend. She jumps across with the gravity and touches the missile Genzida. It was like that move, and I was sort of thinking, okay, so you got season 2 moves here, but you got season 3 characters in the game, and he's not using his legs. Bit of a spoiler if you don't watch the anime, but he started like attacking using his legs, and he doesn't do that in the game. He just uses all his like season 2 moves, and you're thinking, okay, he can control his powers at the moment, but he's not using his legs or anything. But then they recently announced that as a free DLC, which I'm so glad it's free as well, you don't have to pay for it, they're bringing another Deku character into the game that will use his moves from the anime where he's using his legs and stuff. So I can't really say I don't like that, because they're fixing it in the future. I don't know if it's going to be at launch, but we know it's coming, which I was so happy about. So I got back home and I was like, you know what, I was really disappointed that, you know, his move pool was quite small, like compared to the anime, like how much his character development has, you know, progressed. And now they've just gone, oh, free DLC. I was like, oh, excellent. This just sorts everything. Sorts everything. And the last thing was, again, I don't know if it's all the stages, but when I select my stages, obviously some were like blanked out. You couldn't see what they were. But the stage select didn't seem that big. I think it was like maybe 14 stages. Now, I'm probably just being spoiled here because I just saw Smash Ultimate happen like 100 and something stages. But I was thinking, I really hope there's a few more stages in the future. Maybe we'll get DLC for stages. Along with characters. The character select I thought was quite big, and obviously from the demo build there was quite a few characters I could play, which I was really happy about, and they've announced a few more, and I think they've still got a few more to announce. And you've got DLC characters, you've got Endeavor, Gran Torino, they're going to have the new Deku, so maybe when the anime and the manga progresses we'll get new characters in the game, which would be really nice, because I don't think, like at the moment in the anime, they're doing the provisional license like training in that like tournament. You got all these brand new characters introduced, and I don't think they're going to be in the game yet. But maybe in the future we can get them as DLC characters. That would be really awesome. So moving on to things I did like. So graphics. I thought the graphics were phenomenal. Apart from obviously I mentioned before the structures, the characters look really cool. Like it's really hard not to compare it to Dragon Ball FighterZ, because obviously that's another anime fighting game. Like Dragon Ball FighterZ just looks phenomenal because it looks like it's from the anime. It looks amazing. But this game, I think it's done a really good job. Like the stages look like what they do in the anime. Just the 3D models for the stages don't look as good as the characters, but the characters do look really, really good. It's not something like you'd look at, you play and go, oh, it doesn't look that great. You look at it and you think, oh, you can play this for a while because it doesn't. They look like what they're supposed to look like. The only thing I could think that would improve it is they did like the same sort of style as Dragon Ball FighterZ to make them look more like the anime, but not sure how that would work with like kind of the 3D environment. But yeah, I mean the graphics, great, love it, and because how it runs as well, it ran so smoothly. I wasn't sure if I was on a PS4 or a PS4 Pro, but it ran super well. I had no issues at all, considering this is a preview build. Usually you run into a few issues here and there, and I had no issues at all. And someone at Bandai Namco said that the game on Switch runs really well. They wish they had Switch units to show us, which I wish they did too, because I pre-ordered this game on Switch. Like before I even played this game, I pre-ordered it. I was like, you know, it's my hero. I want to get the game. It looks really fun, and yeah, apparently it runs super well on Switch, just as well as the PS4. So that is a massive plus in my book, because I was debating whether to get it on PS4 or Switch, because my thing was going into it, if I get it on PS4, it's probably going to run better, it's probably going to look better, and I'll play it just when I'm at home. But I'm doing a lot of travelling in the next couple of months, so I thought if I get it on Switch, I could play it on the train, and play it on the flights and stuff, and just it'll be so much better, because it kind of felt like a game that I would more enjoy on Switch than PS4. But then again, I was thinking, do I play it over... If I get it on Switch, I'm going to play it more. If I get it on PlayStation 4, it might run better. But now that I know it's going to run really well on Switch, I'm like, cool, get it on Switch, and that's, you know, my issue solved. All good. All good. Next is the characters. Again, big selection of characters. Even in this preview build, there was what? I think there was 7 heroes and 4 villains, or 5 villains. So it was quite big, and there's still a lot more characters to come. But all the characters I played, I played every single one. Obviously there was some I did enjoy more than others, but I was surprised. I was thinking, like, a lot of fighting games I've played before, I go in, I try every character, I'm like, okay, I just really like using 2 characters. But this game, I didn't like using Eraserhead. I thought he was super hard to use. Elida, he was difficult to use as well. Like, you'll see when I was fighting Todoroki, I just kept using the same move, just like this like kicking move. It felt really weird to use him. I didn't like it too much. Surprisingly, All Might, like, I love All Might, but using him, it was... I had a bit of struggle using All Might because he was kind of like a slower hitter, but it was more damage. Todoroki was kind of difficult to use, but I did enjoy playing him. Deku was one of my favourites. Bakugo was really good. And surprisingly, Dabi, I really did like using Dabi. He was really good. Like, I thought Dabi was a bit OP. So the characters were really fun. There's a wide selection of characters I did enjoy using. And lastly, the mechanics. So the mechanics were quite easy to pick up. Like, again, I'm a fighting game noob. I suck at fighting games, but when I looked at the sheet of like what the controls were, like, oh, okay, it's not much to learn. And I felt like after a couple of games, I picked up, you know, what the buttons did. Like, R1 was block, L1 was dash, L2, R2 was your sidekick. You know, depending, you know, if it was 1 or 2. I think triangle and circle were quirk 1 and quirk 2. And then you could do your, you got plus ultra 1, plus ultra 2, and then plus ultra EX. And that was like hold R1, and then triangle, hold R1 and circle, then hold R1 and triangle and circle for them. And obviously it was just move, square was punch, X was jump. And yeah, I think counter attack was R1 and square, like block and then attack. Yeah, like I'm pretty sure I remember all the controls off by heart. Like, for me that's quite rare, because fighting games I'm used to just button mashing. I'm having a good time playing the fighting game, but I have no idea what I'm doing. If I do something cool, I'm like, oh yeah, I accidentally did that, that's awesome. But this game, I was like, okay, I know what I'm doing, I know how to do it. There's a few like combos I was trying to learn, but I couldn't really pick up too well. But I think like when the game comes up as a training mode, then I can easily pick it up. But I had a lot of fun playing this game. For me, like, obviously a fighting game new, it was a game that I feel like I could play a lot. Like, usually with fighting games like Dragon Ball FiGHTS I haven't touched in a while, because the skill gap now is just, I go online to play, I don't win. I play story mode, it's just like, I've done it, so what more can I do? It's not exactly like, you know, I don't have many people coming over to my place to play with the game, so it's like, kind of done with the game, I guess. But this game, that's one reason I want to get it on Switch, so I can take it to my friend's house, or when we're out and about, just have a nice little scrap. But I felt like this game, because I understood it more, it makes me want to play the game even more. Like with Dragon Ball FiGHTS, didn't understand the buttons too well, sucked at the combos and stuff, but like My Hero kind of seemed a bit more simpler. So I guess if you're a fighting game like expert, a hardcore fighting fan, you might not enjoy this game as much because it's quite easy to pick up. Well, you might love it because if you can pick things up super easy, you'll be destroying everyone. But for like the casual fighting game fan, I think this is a perfect game. Like, if you're a casual fighting game fan and you love My Hero, I think this game is perfect for you. Like, I really do. And yeah, I honestly cannot wait to play this game when it comes out October 26th, I believe. So yeah, if you guys also get it, I'm going to get on Switch, and if you want to fight me, I'll probably be streaming lots on Twitch. Going to be doing a playthrough on the channel, because there's a story mode and there's the villain story mode, which villain story mode sounds super awesome. But yeah, so thank you guys for listening to my thoughts and my opinions. When the game comes out, definitely doing more of it. And if I get to play any more games early, you know, I'll probably talk about it here and there. But yeah, thank you again to Bandai Namco for letting me come over and play some games. Sorry I spent 2 hours on My Hero, but the game was just so good, so very good. And yeah, peace.